Hello, and welcome to episode 58 of Onion Unlimited, the podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Torridon. As a Jehovah's Witness, I used to believe in a fairly standard version of God, at least to begin with. God was a he, an ancient of days, an old guy with a white beard sitting on a throne, a blindingly bright light judging the good and evil deeds of humans, demanding worship and punishing those who disobeyed or those who didn't believe in his existence at all. I initially believed in a heaven that was up there or out there in space somewhere, full of angels that God had created, angels that were spirits like him, but not eternal and certainly not immortal, spirits that could sin and did, hence Satan and the demons, and spirits that could die, not naturally, but at the executing hand of God, if he so wished. I believed in a universe that was a physical reality with God and the angels watching on from above. I thought that humans were the direct creation of God and were intrinsically different from animals, special, spiritual, created in the image of God, mortal, but designed to live forever on earth, so long as they remained obedient to their ruling sovereign. I believed in a pre existent Jesus, the Word, the Logos, a created being who came to earth and became human, who died and was resurrected back to heaven, where he attained the immortality, the deathlessness that only God experienced up to then. And as an anointed Christian, I believed that one day I would die as well and go to heaven to be with God and Jesus, to share in their divine nature, whatever that meant, and to rule over the earth, to enjoy not just everlasting life in heaven, but immortality, that deathless status that only God and Jesus had. And this would be my destiny, forever a spirit in heaven, never to return to earth. That's what I believed as a Jehovah's Witness, but that's not what I believe now. Now I believe in mind. All is mind, and mind is all. Mind is eternal. It's the source of everything, the divine matrix in which our shared reality exists as a conscious experience. Source mind thinks itself into fractal instances of itself. These sub minds think as individuals and are the gods, angels, and demons of scripture and law. Collectively, they are the whole experience of source or God, though I hesitate to use the term God anymore. The source I now believe in is not a human like spirit consciously thinking one thought after another, experiencing life as we know it. This would insinuate time, and source is timeless, not just without a beginning or end, but without the confines of temporality. Source just is eternal, aware of everything that is and that can be, of all probabilities. Even the edges of good and evil blur into each other for source. There is no intrinsic good or evil, there are just probabilities. Source does not engage in choice, it does not decide between one thing and another. Source is all, and all is in source. It is we humans that make choices, that live temporal lives where we experience not all probabilities, but the singular instances of our decisions. Yet we humans are so much more than just groups of energetic particles arising from the divine matrix of source mind. Intrinsically, there is nothing more spiritual about a human than an animal until such a time as it becomes blended with a spirit consciousness. Becoming human or animal is how we spirits savor our consciousness. As spirits, and that is our true nature, we choose to incarnate into human or animal flesh in order to experience temporal reality at a lower frequency than our natural state would allow. Housed in a body of flesh, we can experience temporality in all its fullness. There is a point in our infant development when our spirit consciousness comes online and our body receives its soul. Perhaps you remember when you arrived. I do. And death is not to be feared. Only the body and brain die. The conscious mind is eternal and returns to the spirit plane whence it came. From there, you can reincarnate into flesh again. You can return to source, or you can hang around as a spirit guide if you so wish, imparting your wisdom to other spirits before they incarnate, or trying to communicate with spirit blended humans if only they will listen. Thanks for joining me again. Bye for now.